What's going on, guys? It's Combo here. Welcome back. Today I'm bringing you guys some more Modern Warfare 3 gameplay, something you guys probably haven't seen from me in months. I know it's been like almost a year, I think, since I posted Modern Warfare 3, so I hope you guys do enjoy it. This is actually on the Xbox when I had Modern Warfare 3 for the Xbox for a little bit. For those who don't know, I didn't really enjoy Modern Warfare 3 a lot for the Wii. I sold it about 6 months before Black Ops 2 came out. There were way too many hackers for my liking. I just didn't really like the game in general, so I didn't really play it that much, but I did have it for the Xbox for a little bit, and I got this gameplay and saved it on my computer, and I thought I should finally use it, mix it up from Black Ops a little bit. So it's actually a MOAB on the game type Infected, which is a fun game type. It's not supposed to be like a competitive game type like Domination or anything. It's just supposed to be like a party or a fun game type, and on the Wii there weren't that playlist didn't exist, so it was kind of unfortunate that we didn't even get Infected or anything like that. But on here it was a lot of fun, so I played Infected a lot, and I actually ended up pulling off a MOAB in this gameplay. This is the Juggernaut versus Striker on Dome, so it was pretty fun, and I thought I should use the gameplay like I said. So I do hope you guys enjoy it. Today in this gameplay I just wanted to talk about the idea of a MOAB or a nuke or a higher kill streak in the game, in the multiplayer aspect of the game. And whether or not it makes the game better. Now, if you look back from a YouTube standpoint, I guess the nuke or the MOAB, I think, made YouTube better, I guess, for the Call of Duty community, because in some ways it kind of set a standard for some gameplays or some channels. I think a lot of channels actually grew off the MOAB or the nuke because their gameplays got a lot of views because of the nukes that they could pull off and the MOABs that they could go for, with certain class setups or certain guns or something like that, and it grew their channel a lot. It helped get their content out, I guess, on YouTube. So it did help a lot of channels out. Just one score streak. I know one of my videos I made of my first MOAB on the Wii, I think it was like within the first 24 hours of release, it actually got near 300,000 views. So it definitely helped my channel out a little bit, and it was pretty cool to get that MOAB right near the game's release. So I think that they do, like I said, help YouTube, the YouTube side of things. I think it gets a little redundant though, about a couple months into the game, because all you'll really see is people posting it and kind of just you see the same thing over and over again. But the same could be said, I guess, for just any Call of Duty game. Once you've seen one gameplay, you've seen them all pretty much. So that's, I guess, the YouTube side or the YouTube aspect of it. But more importantly, on the game side of it, do you think it makes the game better or worse? I want to hear from you guys on this. I personally think it makes it better and worse in some ways, and I don't really know how I feel about having a kill streak like this, and if I want one to be in Call of Duty Ghosts, because I think it makes it better because it's something to strive for. In Black Ops 2 they have the nuclear medal, which is pretty cool to get. It looks pretty cool, but it doesn't really ultimately give you anything. You don't get a nuke to call in, you don't get a MOAB or anything like that. You just get a pretty looking medal, and you get the unstoppable medal after it, which is pink, and it looks pretty nice. So I guess that's something to strive for, but like I said, ultimately you get no kill streak, you get no benefit, I guess, maybe more XP or anything, but if you're already max level, it doesn't really help you in the end. So it's something to strive for, I guess. It's just that extra goal, I guess, when you're playing the game, to maybe get the MOAB or the nuke or something like that. And as well as that, it could definitely help switch momentum of a game. I mean, if you're dominating the enemy team, but your teammates are pretty bad, which happens to a lot of people, you can actually just call in a MOAB or call in a nuke, and the momentum of the game could shift easily, which could help your team win in the end. But on the contrary, I guess it could be bad in some ways, because there are a lot of people who will actually camp it out or try to play a little bit more defensively to get their MOAB or their nuke or something like that, and if it wasn't really in the game, they would have probably been running around or doing something different. So I think it does change somebody's play style. I think they strive to get a nuke or a MOAB as often as they can, so they try to, I guess, camp it out. Like I said, it just kind of slows down the game a little bit for some people. But like I said, I'm not sure how I feel about another nuke or another MOAB coming back in Call of Duty Ghosts, but I want to see what you guys think. If you think that there should be, maybe just let me know. I just wanted to see what you guys are thinking. So that's pretty much the gameplay, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I unfortunately couldn't really get to nuke the other team. I actually died in the middle of my MOAB going off, so I actually MOAB'd my own team, I guess, in the end. So that was a bit unfortunate, but I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you later. Thanks for watching, guys.